Here's your latest headline news update on DZRJ810am, the voice of the Philippines.
Recruitment officials has called on the government to step in and immediately take necessary measures to stabilize the value of the peso in the midst of reports that the recruitment industry is getting jittery because the currency is becoming stronger. Filipino Association of Manpower Exporters Incorporated Vice President Jackson Gan says 41 pesos to a dollar exchange rate by the end of the year poses a threat to millions of overseas Filipino workers and the recruitment industry. Gan says the decrease in the value of the dollar would lessen the amount of money OFW families are receiving from abroad. Over the weekend, the University of the Philippines Alumni Association has gathered in the newly renovated UP Bahay ng Alumni in Diliman, Quezon City for the Alumni Homecoming to honor 39 distinguished alumni led by Vice President Chacho Binay, who received the Most Distinguished Alumnus Award. Binay holds 2 degrees from UP Diliman in Political Science and in Law. Lifetime Achievement Awards were also handed out to fashion designer Pitoy Moreno, painter Araceli Limcaco Dance, UP Filipiniana Dance Company founder and Professor Emeritus Corazon Generoso Inigo, and biochemical scientist Baldomero Oliveira.
Here's your latest headline news update on DZRJ810am, the voice of the Philippines.
A militant overseas Filipino worker advocacy group gave President Aquino a failing grade in his first year in the presidency. Migrante Middle East says Aquino failed to deliver what he had promised during presidential campaigns and policy pronouncements during his inaugural and public speeches. Migrante Middle East Coordinator John Leonard Monterona says Aquino gave marching orders to all concerned government agencies to attend the various OFW issues and concerns. But he says such orders may have fallen on deaf ears as there were no more orders and actions to improve the plight of OFWs and their dependents. Malacanang has reassured Jose Antonio Vargas, US-based Pulitzer Prize-winning Filipino journalist, of the Philippine government's assistance if he should need it. Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Abigail Valte says that while Vargas has not asked the Department of Foreign Affairs for help, Philippine officials in the U.S. are ready to assist him. Valte added that she coordinated immediately with the DFA after learning of Vargas's predicament. 30 additional immigration officers have been deployed at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport as part of the Bureau of Immigration's anti-human trafficking drive. BII Commissioner Ricardo David Jr. says the additional personnel were assigned to the immigration arrival and departure counters of the 3 NAIA terminals, where both Filipino and foreign travelers are screened before they enter and after they exit the planes. The volume of foreign travelers is also expected to increase in the next few months, necessitating the addition of more immigration officers. David says the Bureau's drive aims not only to prevent the entry of unwelcome aliens, but also the departure of human trafficking and illegal recruiting victims. Still on headlines, Bishop Carlito Senzon has criticized the wedding ceremony of 8 gay couples held recently in the city of Pines. Senzon says the participants in the wedding rites have mental problems. Senzon says the Catholic Church does not allow same-sex marriages since it believes the sacrament of matrimony should only be between a man and a woman. For his part, Archbishop Emeritus Oscar Cruz of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines National Appellate Matrimonial Tribunal supported Senzon's statement, saying the Church will never recognize the said marriage. As the information drive of the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or the MMDA, prohibiting smoking in public areas draws to an end, the agency has managed to issue warnings on more than 8,000 smokers as of June 17. MMDA Chairman Francis Tolentino says smokers found violating Republic Act 9211 or the Tobacco Control Act will only be warned by MMDA enforcers during the duration of the information campaign. Tolentino says smokers who continue to defy the anti-smoking ordinances and RA 9211 will definitely be apprehended by MMDA enforcers and will be issued violation tickets on July 1, that's Friday.
Here's your latest headline news update on DZRJ810am, the voice of the Philippines.
It's 4 minutes away before 7 in the evening. The Makati City Council has passed a new ordinance banning unreasonably loud sounds from videokes, karaokes, and amplifiers in residential areas and public streets. Mayor Jejomar Erwin Binay Jr. says excessive loudness has become a common cause of disputes among neighbors, as some residents tend to take for granted the well-being of others. Binay says under the ordinance, it shall be unlawful for any person to make or cause any excessive, unnecessary, or unusually loud sound from audio devices within residences and on the streets, which a noise disturbs, injures, or endangers the comfort, health, peace, or safety of the others within the city.